Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Ahmad with my student's ID 077. So today, guys, I'd like to invite you to walk with me through a journey, one that began with pebbles and tears and slowly transformed into belief. So this is the story of myself and how I became a language learner like nowadays. Not by design, but by what I actually believe as destiny. So I was born and raised in Tangerang in a quite warm neighborhood called Perum Karawaci. I grew up in a long, loving family, that kind that still loves you, although of your stress and madness, and still embrace you. As a child, I was exactly that playful, naughty, energetic little boy. Cried loudly and laughed even louder. So if you ask me now if I miss that time, I really, really miss that time actually. I also miss that version of myself, raw, curious, and free. Free like a bird. So, my journey with English began in my secondary class of kindergarten actually. So to be honest with you, I didn't choose to start, but I was just pushed into it, like being forced. I barely understood the meaning of competition when I found myself entered an English contest. I had no preparation, no strategy, just the innocence of a young little boy and a few memorized lines. Yet somehow, by what I can say a miracle, I won that. So that small moment became my first achievement that it didn't just earn me a trophy actually. It also grew my curiosity into English language and also grew my expectation that I want something I had to be good at. So as I stepped into an elementary school, I kept learning English but not always with clarity like you think I would. So without any clarity and less practice, I didn't know how to practice properly at that time, and most of the time I was just mimicking my teachers. Still, those efforts seemed to work, and no one found myself ahead of my classmates. So I think I forgot about this. First encounter again, second class of kindergarten actually, competition, miracle wins, and grow with expectation, like I said before. And then from the elementary school, kept learning English, like I said, but I wasn't always followed by clarity. Instead, I just mimicked my teacher. So then came competition, another competition in grade 3. I won again. And with that win came arrogance in myself, and I started to believe that I was the best. I can beat anyone in my place, and I looked down others who would try to compete with me. Bad habits, but I was confident but also careless at that time, which I believe, and that's bad actually. So that confidence actually didn't last long. In grade 4, I entered the English speech competition and lost. It wasn't that dramatic loss to be found there, but it wasn't so fun to being lost, I guess. For the first time, I realized that I wasn't unbeatable. In fact, I wasn't even that good. Maybe it had all just been pure luck. And that realization at that time has humbled me each year forever. Like it feels like forever for me. So also when I entered junior high school, I was introduced to Arabic language, but honestly, my heart was already taken. So, okay, junior high school. See, my love for English was growing stronger, and this was also when I began my journey into public speaking. I was trusted to use English in school events like ceremonies and presentation, and I began to understand that English wasn't just about grammar, it's a gateway to confidence, influence, and connection. In high school, things escalated. At one point, I was honored with the title King of Language in high school. King of English Language, actually. So during a school event, you might think that I felt proud, but in truth, I felt pressure in that. I realized that every step forward created more competitors than companions. It wasn't enough to be good. I need to be better with others and not just ahead of them, but better in the fact of meaning better. So my second year high school, which is this one, maybe second year high school, it took a new role as a leader of our English club. This moment redefined my meaning to understand English language. I was no longer growing alone. I was learning how to grow together and helping person and my friends improve, watching them succeed, and that gave me a chilling feelings, new kind of fulfillment, a kind that still lives in me today. Now, as a college student majoring majoring in English education study, I carry both pride and also humility for my lost. So many of my classmates are exceptional. They are very good at English and they achieve it in a short range of times. They reach impressive levels in short time, and while I've been on this path since kindergarten, but instead of getting better, I maybe feel like I've been left out of my friends. My friends actually, they're really exceptional. So that is my journey of being the learners of English language, and I really hope that wherever my journey took me next, I hope that I will still be humble and I can continue my journey everywhere it goes. Thank you so much for listening to me. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.